Hello, everyone, and welcome to another NintendoFuse review. Today, I'm talking all about Mad Skills BMX 2 for the Nintendo Switch. So, Mad Skills BMX 2 came out August 15th, 2025. It was developed by Turborilla and published by Ultimate Games. And thank you to Ultimate Games for providing me a review code to talk about it. So, Mad Skills BMX 2 is a side scrolling racing game. It reminds me very much of the Trials series, except instead of just going through and doing tricks in this crazy world, you're actually racing against another racer. You go through a series of races per like circuit that you have to do. And the interesting thing is that it starts off really cool. It plays kind of like Trials or Trials Light, if you will. You can angle yourself. You could do some tricks, um, and just go through the level. But then the real colors of this game start to show, and it feels like this was taken from the mobile atmosphere and just thrown on the Switch because there's this really cool mechanic for boosts, like turbo nitros, and they give you 5, and they're like, oh, use them in this race, you need to, as a tutorial. But then you have to race to get money to buy more, not real money, but in-game money. And it starts to be very grindy as you can only upgrade your bike very little, and in order to get a new bike, you have to beat the circuit, which means you have to beat the boss. And the boss is like incredibly fast. And in order to do it, you need nitro and you need to learn the course and you can't make a single mistake. And if you use a nitro, let's say make a mistake and restart the level, you can do that, but the nitro you used is now gone. So it's literally a resource that is, you have to question, is it worth using? Otherwise, I need to grind and get more. And there are 7 bikes to unlock. Again, each one comes after beating a boss, and then they can be upgraded up to a certain point. So you can't really use like the first bike to beat the game. You need to constantly upgrade. You can customize your rider with different gear, but it doesn't do anything. And it does feature local wireless for up to 2 people, which is nice. I didn't try it with anybody, but I think I got to like the 3rd circuit and I couldn't keep going. Like it was like a wall. It was like I need to keep grinding. I've already seen what this game is. And I wanted to like this game so much because I enjoyed the Trial series and it starts off really promising, but when you get paywall style gameplay, it's no longer fun to me. And it feels cheap and it feels like, oh, on mobile it was probably pay 99 cents and get more nitro and trying to just trick kids into beating the next racer. That's what I feel. I didn't look it up, but it has that feel. If it was never a mobile, but you know mobile games that are like that, that's what this feels like. And that's the real sad thing because this game is $10. This is $10 on the eShop, and I think I might recommend this at 99 cents to $1.99 if you really enjoy, BMX style biking, you enjoy the trails games, and you just want something a little different that involves a racing. But I cannot, in good conscience, recommend this at $10. Unless you really are like, no, this absolutely sounds like my jam. I absolutely want to play this. Then go ahead. Nothing I say will will deter you from doing that. But I can't recommend it at $10. I think that's way too high for what you're getting. And if you have the money and you are made to get enough nitro, you could breeze through every level in the game and be done with it in no time because there's only 7 worlds and each one has like I think 6 racers. But once again, this did come out August 15th of 2025, developed by Turborilla and published by Ultimate Games. And to reiterate, they did provide me a review code, so thank you very much. If you enjoy reviews like this, please follow us here on YouTube, the NintendoFuse YouTube. You could also follow us on our social media platforms where you'll see other videos here on YouTube, like our reviews, our bi-weekly podcast, game chat reviews, industry interviews, and so much more. So thank you so much for joining me for this review. Hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see you next time.